Rice is the best.
Absolutely. Perfect for long-term storage. It's cheap. It's got lots of carbs. Well, a little too many carbs. And it's a staple in most people's diet. In fact, over half of the world eats rice on a regular basis.
Yeah.
How about you? Like rice?
I love rice. In fact, I love fried rice the best.
Fried rice.
Yeah, and we'll get to the best way to store it in just a minute.
Yeah, in fact, a quick tip, which is actually pretty neat. Since it has so many carbs, really, really bad for you as far as the carbs, you can actually lessen the carbs in it. For every half a cup of rice you prepare, in the boiling water, put 1 teaspoon of coconut oil in there, and it'll actually reduce the amount of carbs to fatten you up.
Yeah.
Well, then here's the kicker. After you make it, then you have to put it in the fridge and let it sit for 12 hours and eat it cold.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. I don't think so.
Yeah, that would be gross. And this way to store it is only for white rice, not for brown rice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we have the best way to do it. So let's head down to your local wholesale club and buy like 300 pounds of rice.
Yeah.
Now, some people like using Mylar bags. And honestly, I love Mylar bags for storing things, just not rice.
Yeah.
For the fact that even though Mylar bags are relatively inexpensive, I mean, they're not super expensive, but you use so many of them for rice, it makes it way too much. Just right, for me, I don't like Mylar bags for rice.
Yeah, so this is actually what we've been doing for years. In fact, actually, it's been decades.
Yeah. And what we do, and it's so simple, just find a airtight container. Yep. And I'll show you the best thing out of all this stuff right here is this 2-liter bottle. We used to drink, we still drink soda water, but we used to get them from 2-liter bottles like this of seltzer, soda water, and then we drink it up and wash it out. And you can use these still if you use like Mountain Dew or soda if you're a soda drinker, and that's fine. You just have to make sure you thoroughly wash out all the sugar and nastiness out of it, and make sure it's completely dry before you put any rice into it.
Yeah, and then you can even use something like we have an old tomato sauce jar, or even a jug of juice that you get. Just make sure you wash all the sugar and sticky stuff out. It has to be completely dry.
And the juice too?
Oh, well, yeah, you have to drink the juice too.
Okay, we have our Costco rice.
Yep.
We got to rip open the bottle.
Wow.
That was easy.
Yeah, it ripped open
It's
perfectly.
almost like it was meant for that. All right, and then just start scooping in the rice.
Yes, and a funnel is it's needed. There's no way you can do this without a funnel.
Well, without it going everywhere anyway.
Yeah, without it going everywhere.
All right, something I forgot too is we normally have another funnel. We actually cut it off down here to make it work better because the rice is kind of getting clogged in there. I mean, it still works obviously, and it's much easier than trying to pour the rice straight in. But the important part, and this is vitally important, as we'll see in a few minutes, we'll talk about this. I'll do that. There you go. The vitally important part is you have to make sure you pack this down as much as possible.
You see how much it goes down just by doing that?
And we'll explain in a minute why this is important. Because it's very important, because it's going to save you money. Not just by bottle space, but you'll see in just a second. So make sure you pack it. Uh-oh. And you're going to pack it and fill it right to the brim. That's too much. It's amazing how much by doing that, it really packs it down.
Yeah.
But again, guys, just understand this is not simply about saving money in bottle space. You'll see in a second why this is important.
Okay, looks like that might be it.
All right, there we go. All right, and then seal her up. And we like to write the date on it too, so that way we keep circulating our stock and put this toward the back. There are 2 things you need to consider that are very important. The first, rice weevils. Those pesky little things, they actually have eggs in them before you even get the rice home. And they'll hatch into little, well, kind of like these bugs here.
Now to help counteract this, stick your rice bottles actually in the freezer for 5 days.
Some people only do it for a day, 24 hours, sometimes 2 days. But 5 days, guaranteed to kill all the little buggers in there.
Yeah, and some other people actually put bay leaves in their rice bottles. Okay, some people actually like to add oxygen absorbers to their bottles.
And if you choose to do that, 300 to 500 cc's per gallon of rice, or if you like the giant 5-gallon buckets, 2,000 cc's. But I'll be honest with you, we don't do that step at all. And here's why. Here's the bottle we just did. It's nice and squishy still, even though it's full. Here's a bottle we did, let's see, a couple years ago. And notice how it's flat on the sides.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know it, but rice itself actually is an oxygen absorber. Now, we even messed up and didn't fill it up all the way. If we did, that's the whole tapping down method. We got to make sure you get down. You fill it up all the way. For the first year it's sitting in there, it's going to absorb all the oxygen and it's going to start sucking in the bottle. And by doing this, without even putting in an oxygen absorber, it's going to last indefinitely. Rice forever. Okay?
Yes, and just make sure you guys store it in a cool and dark place. Yes.
You were going to say a dry place.
I was going to say.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be dry, cool and dark, and it's good to go.
Yep.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you check out this next video to see if your canned food has gone bad.
Yeah.
Bad canned food.